What is up, guys, and welcome to my series on all the outposts in the game on the hardest difficulty setting, which happens to be hard. What I'm going to do at the start is just give you a quick intro on what I'm going to be doing and what my aim is with these outpost guides. And you can use the description to skip this part if you so desire. So the main reason for doing this is going to be for the cash. You get max cash if you do this undetected, but it can also be incredibly difficult. Okay, so the first thing I did was do every single mission I could, every side mission, every prepper stash I could find in the southwest, which is John's region. And you can find a lot of these prepper stashes at Fall's End once you get there. And another thing is to get Boomer as soon as possible. You will get him as well in the southwest. He is vital for scouting out outposts, and you'll do this pretty much every time it happens. Alright, so another reason to do these outposts is to unlock items in the shop. And different items will unlock from different outposts, as well as mainly clothing, I would say. And some of them, you'll have some cars unlock as well. One last thing, keep in mind that the outposts can easily be defeated using the plane with Nick Rye once you get it, but where's the fun in that? Okay guys, we're going to kick things off straight away with the GardenView packing facility, and the initial strategy is going to be the same all the time, is to see which point of ingress you're going to use. And I like to use the points where you have the most cover closest to the closest enemy, and the whole idea really at the start is to send Boomer in, get him to scout out the farm, which is pretty obvious, and then if you want to, you can change him up once he's scouted everyone. So the whole strategy behind it is to find someone that isn't being guarded or isn't being watched by someone else, and then continue to take people down, just picking them off. Like I mentioned before, you could just send the plane in and stay stealth, but there's no fun in that. And also at the later stages it gets very, very difficult, and it's just more of a challenge to try and do it undetected by going into the base and effectively using your companions as well. So I won't commentate the entire way through every video, but I will give strategies on the certain locations because obviously they're going to be very, very different. But when it's pretty much straightforward taking out the last of the enemies, I'll just let the video play out and I'll chirp up every now and again when there's something interesting to tell. So as you can see, this guy here is on his own, and he is a prime target because the guy at the top is sitting facing the other direction. And then I noticed the bear, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit just because my strategy's changed for what I've discovered. And what I want to do is release the bear. At this stage of the game it'll probably clear out the entire camp because they are beastly. Okay, so we just swung around to the other side just to get a view of the cage, and we're going to pop it open and see what happens. And also it's good to take out guys when they're focused on the bear. They are way less likely to see you, especially if somebody else sees him die. That's when they'll kind of look in your direction and gravitate towards the shot location. But in this case you can see no one's coming, and it's time to get down in there and see what we can do with some flair, which again is not always the case, but sometimes you have opportunities. At this point I didn't have many perks, so I didn't have the chain takedown, didn't have all those things. So you can just imagine, I can imagine exactly how hard these outposts are going to be in late game. And I've only just started recording the second region, and it's pretty damn difficult already. Alright, there we have it. Right, so what do we get for this one? Probably just cash, undetected bonus. Alright, next up we're going to have John Seed's Ranch. And again, I'll be showing the perks before each time I assault an outpost. Just if you want to check them out, just pause the screen on them because I just show them for a short period of time. Maybe not as vital for the early stages, but later on you're going to want to know what perks are on and which ones aren't. And again, like I said before, the fourth weapon and the second companion unlock are pretty vital. And unfortunately Jace is in the opposite direction I'm in now, because it's cool to have her. She can take out guys quite silently, but again on hard mode they can just, if they see the body, then everything just goes tits up. So the idea is to try and get her to shoot someone that is out of view of anyone else, just like you would take them down. Okay, so there we go. We're going to send off Boomer to mark all our guys, mark all the enemies at least, and then I decide to change position to exposed for this point of ingress, as you will. And I can only imagine how long they will take as well, because the second you start rushing, you die a couple of times and you start getting pissed off, then you will just die more. Which is why this particular outpost is a little bit longer than the other ones I did, because I died multiple times and eventually I just need to take a break, come back and just do it very, very slowly, very stealthily. So again, if you see speeding up parts, that's just because nothing very vital is happening. Okay, so this guy is definitely on his own. He is a target. Another thing I realized with this outpost is that if you drop the bodies within any view at all, so even if your detection meter is just tipping on the start, if they see this body, everything goes tits up as well. So as you can see here, went out of my way to throw him far away. And also later on, you use them as traps. I think I do it in the next video as well. So you place a proximity down to a body, and then you bolt, pretty much on a patrol path or something, and they will also peg. But also this gets them riled up and searching for you, which just makes it way more difficult to actually get the undetected bonus. Okay, realized fairly quickly that I could not jump up there, but I was going to have a look around anyway. Not a good area to come out because you're immediately flanked on both sides, so you want to kind of cull the herd from the outside in. The dog can get in the way, Boomer can get in the way, so I do like to keep him close but not actually following me, because the second you go inside he can block doorways and shit as well. Okay, these two guys posed a problem because I needed to get to the other guy while that guy I was watching walks away and didn't even notice this guy. And again, you can tell Puma to attack him, but in this position here he's actually facing the direction and he will just get smacked down. And also realize you don't actually have to loot them. When you pick them up, you're going to loot them as well. So again, I'm going to take the body and chuck him in the brush, the shrubberies, for any Monty Python fans out there. Okay, so this guy is walking away, which is kind of good, but he's got an Overwatch fella just above him, so not good. Like I said before, I am not going to rush this. It's actually fairly interesting what the loudspeaker is saying. I think it's John Seed, or maybe it's just John, one of the other guys. No, I think it is John Seed, yeah. But what he says about phones and tablets and stuff, it's actually quite interesting. And at this point, I still needed to find out if actually disabling the alarms is going to give you a bonus. If it does, then I fucked up, because I've done a lot of outposts just undetected, but not disabling the alarms. So from now on, I guess, well, it's the start of the second region only, so throw me a bone. I'll figure it out and see what's actually beneficial to you. That was fairly risky. Okay, now I definitely should have dropped the body in the direction that I approached from, because I could have just walked straight into someone in this room. And I wanted to jump out the window, but there are window bars. Fall on my ass and then get up and maybe get him through the doorway. So this particular kill taught me something. You have to be absolutely sure you've got the R3 prompt before you attack him. As I came around the corner of the doghouse, it actually disappeared and I just punched him in the ass, which was no help to anyone at all. So I was incredibly lucky not to get detected there, because pretty much tapping him on the shoulder. But I think because I was ducked, he didn't see me instantly. Okay, so we want to get Boomer out of the mix, and I think we got one or two more guys. I think 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can't wait to find you and make you cry.
Okay, so they saw a body somewhere, which is dangerous territory to be in, because they think I'm somewhere else, but they're backing up into my position. So in the interest of not fucking this up again, I head to the safer route. So you have someone down here who is far away from the other guys, immediately becomes a target. Okay, so it looks like the detection has eliminated itself. So now we're just going to have normal guys walking around. I think I wanted to do a chain takedown, not realizing I didn't actually have the perk yet because I restarted my game halfway through the easy mode and switched to hard because I just didn't find it very difficult. I mean, again, like I said before, you could just do this loud. You wouldn't get the cash bonus, but you could also use the plane because he is in this direction in the southwest as well. But I want to later on do multiple chain takedowns with pistol shots and pistol takedowns as well. Just mix things up a bit, get some flair in there. Thinking about it now, I would probably just drop a proximity grenade right there and run away. But I think I was just firmly on the mode of absolute stealth. So I think I did this maybe, how to say, 6-7 times. And in the future, I'm going to have in the description how many attempts it took me. Just for shits and giggles. I did throw a proximity in the end, but the body would have brought them in this direction. So again, too many guys bunched up on this side. Decide to swivel around and take out the loners. And he is definitely a loner. So at this point I wanted him to move, so I just skipped ahead until he started moving. No, I'm not cheating or hacking a PS4. You won't believe the chirps that people make. They just get deleted, which is probably why you don't see them. Okay, so he is also down. Now we're coming down to the last few. Yeah, the whole cheating thing is so ridiculous. I mean, the only way I would know how to hack a PS4 is with a fucking axe. Okay, so getting the proximities around now because there's a chance that they will die on their patrol routes. I think these two do give me a bit of trouble. I think there's 3 or 4 left, I'm not sure. So not a good idea to rush across open ground. Stick to the shadows as they were. Right then I probably could have walked ahead and then he turned around straight away, so I would have got done for that one. Just an awkward angle they're both staring at. Just gotta wait.
Don't give up now. God save us.
Okay, so off he goes. Leaving someone stranded. It's again risky doing it like that because they do turn around. At this point I probably would just leave the body. Yeah, throw the proximity. I do speed this up again because I kind of meander up and down the side of this house trying to find an ingress point in the roof. Failed, so ran around to this side. Got a better angle of the guy in the garage. And then I turn around and there's a guy walking right there. So luckily he didn't trigger any of the remotes because there were 2 or 3 more guys. Okay, down you go. And again, I don't like this little archway here. It kind of leaves you exposed. So again, you're going to speed this up. Running up and down the side of the house. And I decide to go up here. Then I decide not to go up here. And we take out this guy in this building. And we're going to stop speeding up right there. He's just going to be standing at the bottom of the stairs. Again, very difficult or risky to go straight down there. So I decided to go with the long range approach. Toodles. Alright, I think we have 3 more guys now. And I wasn't sure if the Death from Above is actually a perk or you start off with it. I'm not too sure. But I could have taken out one of these guys, or the last 2, with a top-down, takedown, so to speak, and actually a pistol whip, or pistol takedown. So another risky thing is actually jumping over these things right behind people. So if you climb up a ladder, and you land like that, they will turn around instantly. But jumping over a little fence doesn't seem to do it. So this guy probably would have jumped on, just for some ending flair. And he wasn't in sight. So it just would have been a normal one. Not quite sure what I was thinking here, but to attack someone stealthily from the front, very lucky to get away with that as well. But there it is, she's done. Let's see our rewards. This one is going to be money and an outfit. There it is right there. They can just be found in any shop. Alright, the final one for this video is going to be Sunrise Farm. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I'll put another one at the end. I think I want to make them half an hour long each, so maybe one more after this. There it is right there, and there's my point of ingress in the direction. So this was on the first attempt. I forgot to add the companions and stuff, and there's the perks again if you want to pause it and have a look at those. But then I just use a different clip right there. And then once again send Boomer out, zigzag him across the outpost, and let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, so Boomer zigzagged through there. Now one other thing is, every time you die and you restart, the same kind of events will happen. So if a plane flew over previously, a plane will fly over again. And a lot of the time it's in your best interest to not attack the outpost, move away, take out the plane, and then come back. But as you will see at the end of this video, and me not being able to climb up here, yeah, as you'll see at the end of the video, a plane does detect me on before my very last kill. And I decided to go ahead and kill the last guy just to see if the plane would. And wouldn't you know it, the plane does not affect the undetected bonus, because it is technically not part of this outpost, just part of the region. The guy's hunting you. So after several attempts, I'd say 5 or 6 as well, I decided to hold up here and create some booby traps around the ladders. So this is the human bait. Bait for the human, which happens to be human. And you can just chuck down a proximity as well. And something incredibly funny happens in a little while with that. But like I said before, I thought I'd create some havoc here. I probably should have thrown some more proximities around me. But every time I got up here, this truck arrived. So anything new like that happens, be sure to mark them straight away. And I thought I would go a little bit more violent with this one. And use some of the weapons. Mix it up a bit. As you can see, pretty shitty scope. Just managed to get the silencer on this before going for this one. Okay, so at this point they know someone is shooting them because they can see the body. And this is not unexpected, but you have to realize that they will gravitate, like I said before, in the direction of the bullets. Or the body. No, not the body, the bullets, yeah. As in your location. So shift around. I probably should have gone a little bit further away on the left, but I decided to go in thinking there was enough cover right here. Alright, at this point, keep your eye on the roof. Watch the guy jump off. He got some serious air. Watch it again in slow motion. Yeah, super awesome. Okay, now we're going to play it dangerously close.
Wait for it! Wait for it! You're dead!
Second he throws a grenade, you can pretty much tell he's not going to turn around. So now I've kind of pincered myself between these two guys. That sounds fucking terrible. But he goes onto the roof, and this one kind of stays here. And I also realized with this outpost that once they're kind of on alert mode, the rocks do dick fuck and are completely ignored by them. So I think I'll peel off to the left now, just to have a look to see if I can get closer. And again, if you try and shoot them when you're this close, they will just turn and face you instantly. So they saw something, they were facing me. Again, wasn't sure about the rock. give it another bash. Okay, so as per usual, one of the guys eventually peel off, and you're able to flank him. That was perfect timing with his grenade. Okay, so now we have one more, and this is what I mentioned earlier about the airplane. You will see in a second. I thought I got away with it. Well, I did, but I thought I got away without being detected by the plane, as you'll see in a couple of seconds. Okay, I want to speed this up a little bit. It might be very tempting to pounce on this and kill him immediately, but he's on high alert, and they turn around very often at this point. Okay, so now we're back at normal speed, and I hear the plane coming over. Go for the duck, and I thought I got away with it, and then bang. So now I had a choice: restart or kill him. And as you can see, undetected. So the plane does not count. And also be careful when you do those top-down takedowns, that if you hold down X or the X button on the Xbox, whichever one that is, you will deploy your parachute and you'll fuck it up. So just push jump once and he won't deploy the chute. Alright, next up is US Auto, and I decided to put one more outpost on this video just to make them kind of half an hour long. Again, John's region, and I probably did this one before the ones I've shown you because I only have one companion at this point, but I don't normally use the second companion until a bit later on, and incredibly carefully because they can just screw things up so easily. Okay, so I came in from this side, and again I'll show the perks and stuff in a second. Just pause the screen if you want to have a look at those. Alright, as per usual in the start, we're going to do the boomer thing. Just skipped ahead there because if you send Boomer too far away from his current location, he kind of just spawns back next to you. So I eventually got him to run to the left hand side, and then like I said before, just zigzag him through the outpost, checking out all the enemy locations. Around the outskirts for starters, and then once through the middle should do it. This would be a good spot for Jess when I eventually do get her. And you can also do the outpost master as well, which allows you to reset all the outposts, which could be a lot of fun actually when it comes down to doing the hardest ones with all the perks. Could be pretty cool. Okay, so I got rid of Boomer and brought in the sniper, but again she does not have a silencer, so I'm going to speed this up. I change location. And I come in from this side over here and look for the stragglers.
Got it. Move it. Change in position.
Something happens in the base. Also, some of the times you'll get someone attacking it from an airplane or something like that, one of the good guys. And then you just do like you do when you create chaos, just pick them off when you can. So this one I wanted to do a little bit more sneaky and more within the base instead of staying on the outskirts. Just seemed like a good base to do it because there's lots of cover where they are patrolling. And he found my trap, but quite risky because I assume a fire is going to start here now. I probably should have gone the other direction because the fire will come towards me, as I soon find out. But not before taking this opportunity right there. I know, right? Okay, so now's a good time to tuck tail. Maybe not tuck tail, just run. Or fast crouch in this instance. Now with the later videos I'm going to be doing, I definitely want to get, like I said before, a bit more flair. Do some running roof jumps to a pistol takedown or chain takedown, stuff like that. And I do jump off the roof for the last guy here.
Get a better view.
But I want to try and set them up in a way where it makes it more entertaining. Or just more skillful, I think. At this point, they were too alert for me to jump over this car. But it looks like I was very adamant to get over it. Probably wouldn't have done the same now. I would have gone into the warehouse. I waited for them to dispatch, or disperse at least. And then this guy started coming around the corner, looking right at me.
Switching position.
So not good. I could have been busted by someone over there. But he turns around. And then I start taking them down one by one. I think there was a guy behind me at the moment, but I think I just forgot about him. Because he probably could have bust me. Flanking. But I stuck to the guns with this guy. And I thought I was going to kick the bottles there as well. Because I think that was like that in another Far Cry. Oh no, wait, that's Metal Gear when you stand on glass and shit. But could have been a previous Far Cry. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 it looks like here. And there's another guy there. Now the guy on top is just going to be watching them all. So I kind of need to head towards his direction. But they're still on patrol. So they're going to move around, which is pretty cool. And guess who's next? Okay, let's see what we got here. We got 3 more guys. I so badly wanted to end off on a chain, but I got an above takedown anyway. This dude wasn't moving very much, so I thought let's just dispose of him. Lucky to not get detected here under the car. But I was adamant to do something. Didn't expect him to jump up though. So, you gotta expect the unexpected, I guess. Just made sure I had the climb prompt before pushing the button, because jumping there would just ruin everything. And here is the top down. Alright guys, that's gonna bring us to the end of the video. I really hope you find it informative. It's just like a prelude, and they will get better, they will get quicker, and when it gets to the longer ones, obviously not as quick, because patience is key. So again guys, all the videos, there'll be tons of shortcuts in the description. Please hit that like button if you like the video. It really helps the channel and support me in that way as well. Alright, so I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.
Your actions have consequences, Deputy. I've gathered all your friends here in Falls End to atone for your sins. You're welcome to join us.